Heidi. I'm a certified clinical hypnotherapist and a psychotherapist here in the state of Florida. I have a specialty and a company called AIM, and I work with athletes all over the country and in other countries as well. Today I'm so excited because I have with me Mark Miro. Where are you from, Mark? And can you tell me a little bit about your interest in athletes, since that's the subject that we're talking about today?
Yes, John, my name is Mark Miro and I'm from Barcelona, Spain. Why am I interested in working with athletes? And it comes from me being an athlete. I've been an athlete, I used to swim, and the reason that I really love to work with athletes is because I used to struggle a lot. I was the kid, the athlete that everybody thought would be a great athlete, but here was not that great. Things were not working. So as I move on into regular life, I end up my career as an athlete. One of the things that fascinated me, that really motivated me, was to learn about the human aspect of mechanisms, about how you can use the human mechanisms, the mind, the biology, the neuroscience, to improve people's performance. So that's the reason I'm just, what are the key ways or the keys to be able to manage that mind, to be able to do whatever you want to achieve. So that's the reason.
So Mark, what I want people to understand is that we didn't just show up here today and
no.
okay, because one of the things I'm most excited about this year, and I've mentioned this to so many people, is that I can finally make information available to athletes in Spanish. And obviously that's not something that I can do. So having Mark is going to be fantastic. Something that many of you who are watching this probably don't know is that Mark will soon be certified in hypnosis, and I'm very excited about that. So all of my products and all of my teachings, and along with Mark's, will be available in Spanish, and that to me is just so exciting, and it's huge. It's just going to impact so many athletes, so we're very excited about that.
Yes, we are.
But so let's talk about how this journey started, because it did not start today. It started how many years ago?
Around 9 or 10 years ago.
Yes.
I think it was fate. At that time, we want to both work with athletes, and actually she was the person that really gave me some tools to start creating certain elements, to start working on that. So actually it was perfect to.
Well, thank you for saying that. I remember that we would get together a lot and just get so excited about talking about the athletes and who was struggling, and how we can make that better. And you were reading continuously. I was seeing some athletes in my counseling practice, so I would see that aspect of it, the issues outside of the actual swimming or sports, and we started combining our efforts. And you had a wonderful corporate speaking background as well. And so I remember you ran a program at Bowles, actually, with some of the athletes, and they really benefited from that. And so I would say that based on that time and what you were doing there, combined with what I was doing in therapy with the athletes, this has just all come to fruition. And we're in a really great place. This is evolving, and we want it to continue to evolve, because we're both the type of people that we continue to add knowledge and techniques and whatever we can to make things better.
Yes, we do.
And so, pretty excited about that.
I'm very excited to be able finally to get together and put something that is going to really help athletes, not just athletes. It can help corporate, it can help people really to gain or learn about these tools, very simple tools, to manage something that people think cannot manage, but they can bring great results. So I'm very excited, very excited.
One of the things that I love that you talked about very, very early in our conversation here was how you struggled as an athlete.
Yes.
And, we can say that, I struggled as an athlete. It's a very deep-seated thing. When you're putting so many hours into a sport, and then you'll have your school and you have whatever is going on in your family or your social life, and that thing that you're putting the most time into isn't going well. Or, I'm sure if they were saying they expected great things and you were saying how people had certain expectations, that there's a reason for that you were doing well in your training and it just wasn't translating or generalizing to the competition. And that is one of the number one problems that we see. And that's heartbreaking. And we don't want to see that happen to athletes, whether you're, whatever level, the beginner level, and, you have somewhere you want to go with that, or you're already a little bit higher up on the, the national chain and you want to, win something even more special. It's all relevant. It's about how is my performance, how does it match in competition to what I know that I can do, not only at practice but within myself. And that wasn't happening for you back then. And so I appreciate that, because I think that's going to make it really wonderful in terms of you helping people, is and athletes, and even just in wellness in general.
Sure.
So
I think it's a great union, and especially because in Spanish there are not many things available. You cannot find a lot of tools in Spanish, so I'm very excited about that. Very excited.
Well, I know, just coming from a really amazing conference in Soccer X, that the soccer world is certainly excited about you and about having the products that I brought to them translated and actually delivered by you, because you're going to be making the recordings. In fact, we already started a little bit today, so it's I think we've just we started today, but this is going to go pretty fast and furious because we're both excited and motivated. So we have a lot to look forward to. But I'm sure that the swim products and the other sports as well, I do a lot of cross-country track, and we can help anybody, because in the long run, we know what the issues are.
Sure.
They're surrounding a lot of focus issues, concentration issues. It's what are we concentrating on? Handling the pressure, not just of competition, but all the things that go on around us. We all have to deal with that, and all of the things that athletes deal with on a regular basis. So I'm excited to see what and your creative side as well. You're a creative person. So
well, I think that it's important, that creativity that allow us to be able to match things. It's not all straight. It's not all just do this questions, do that. Is a mix. It's a mix of different tools combined that will help you, or will help anyone really to achieve something. I never believe that it's just one tool. I believe always there is a mix, and that's, I think, makes it very exciting. Yes. To be able to find different tools and understand that you need to maybe customize them sometimes to whatever you need to do. Maybe the sport, maybe the person, maybe the goal they want to achieve. So I think that's very exciting to be able to do that.
I agree with that, and especially the customization, because there isn't just one size fits all, one thing that will work for everyone. And also, I think as human beings, we like to feel like someone's listening to us.
Sure.
Specifically, what do we actually need? And so I like that very much. And so I'm just, again, excited to see what we can do. And also, the part that I love about creativity is that you're using that subconscious mind. And so,
very important.
Well, in sports, with practice and when you're learning technique, it's important to use your front brain, your conscious mind, because you're hanging on to every word the coach says or the trainer, and that's very important because you want to do things properly for a lot of reasons, for safety, for performance. But when you get to the competition, it's all about the subconscious mind.
Sure.
And so sometimes that's easier. For some people, they have other talents outside of their sport, maybe art, creativity, creative abilities. But sometimes it's just a matter of learning those tools, like what you said. They don't know how. How do I access my subconscious mind? What does that even mean? And so we'll be able to teach that in a much simpler way. That all those products and all that language is available. But that's really important to both of us as well, is to be able to make it fun and easy, and also extremely deliverable. To have many modalities.
Sure. Not just that. I think about something very important, that you don't see happening in many instances is that you can learn a methodology, you can learn a tool in the moment, but some people, they may not teach you how to make it yours.
Right.
How to customize it and make it yours and really learn it and internalize it, so then you can go anywhere and use it for different situations. And I think that's what we bring. So we want people to really learn that tool, to be able to understand why, how you use it, and when you can use it, so you can use it in different aspects. I'm saying performance is key, but at the end of the day, if you can internalize it and become, as we talked today about becoming your own coach, that's perfect, because then they can be recursive. They don't need other resources. They have the resources themselves to do it.
Yeah, just learning how to use them. They're right there.
Exactly.
And so I know coaches will appreciate this, and I know a lot of coaches have appreciated it, because they want their athletes, as athletes and people, to have the skills. They want them to have confidence. They want them to be able to focus. They want them to do well under the pressures of life. And they tell them to, but they don't always have the tools to teach them. That's, they're focusing on, like I said earlier, those physical skills, training them and technically, and just getting their endurance. You would know more than I as an athlete, but to add that in, to have that other piece, I really am very appreciative of coaches and athletes and parents who are taking the time to add this important part of the triangle, the mental side of things. So I'm so excited that you had an opportunity to meet Mark today this way and hear a little bit about how this relationship developed in terms of helping athletes. And you can look forward to more videos from the two of us demonstrating techniques, just talking about some of the upcoming events that we're going to have, and hearing a little bit more in Spanish. Oh, before we go, can you say something in Spanish just so everyone can hear your lovely accent?
Yeah. Hola a todos, espero que se encuentren muy bien, espero que estén teniendo unas buenas fiestas, les envío un gran abrazo, hasta luego.
That sounded fantastic. No idea what he said, but I'll be asking.
And I'll be translating.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.